Hubble has taken over 1.7 million photos in 36 years. These are the 8 that actually stopped astronomers in their tracks. The wildest one on this list isn't even a photo of anything. NASA once pointed Hubble at a patch of sky so empty, so dark, that half the team thought it was a waste of telescope time. What came back held more galaxies than anyone could count. We'll get there. First, the photo you've already seen 100 times. This is the Pillars of Creation. You've seen it on a poster, a phone case, maybe a tattoo. Here's what you probably don't know. Astronomers aren't 100% sure it still exists. These towers of gas and dust sit inside the Eagle Nebula, about 7,000 light-years away. The tallest pillar stretches close to 5 light-years, top to bottom. Light from our sun takes 8 minutes to reach Earth. Light would take almost 5 years just to travel from the tip of this pillar to its base. New stars are quietly forming inside it right now, as you watch this. Hubble photographed it again in 2014, in even sharper detail, for its 25th anniversary, the same target, revisited 20 years later. But in 2007, a different telescope caught something unsettling nearby. A cloud of superheated dust, shaped exactly like the leftovers of an exploding star. One team of astronomers said the shockwave from that explosion had already slammed into the pillars, about 6,000 years ago, and knocked them down. Since the pillars sit 7,000 light-years away, that means if it's true, the destruction already happened. You're just watching light that's still in transit. We won't know for sure until that light finally reaches Earth, in about 1,000 years. Other astronomers pushed back hard and said the evidence doesn't add up. So right now, nobody actually knows. The most famous structure in the universe might already be gone, and we could be staring at its ghost. This one looks like a peaceful mountain range under a starry sky. Don't let it fool you. It's called Mystic Mountain, a pillar of gas 3 light-years tall, inside the Carina Nebula, 7,500 light-years from here. Nearby stars are blasting it with so much radiation that they're eroding solid gas clouds the way wind erodes rock. Except this wind is ultraviolet light and charged particles, moving fast. It's getting hit from the inside, too. Baby stars buried deep inside the pillar are firing off jets of gas that stretch for light-years, those thin streaks shooting off the peaks. Astronomers who first saw this image said it looked like a landscape ripped straight out of Lord of the Rings. You're looking at a nursery and a war zone. In the same photo, this looks like the most delicate butterfly wings in the universe. They are the opposite of delicate. Those wings are gas heated past 36,000 degrees Fahrenheit, ripped off a dying star and thrown outward at more than 600,000 miles an hour. At that speed, you could go from Earth to the Moon in about 24 minutes. The star hiding at the center is one of the hottest ever measured, over 200,000 degrees Celsius on its surface. It spent roughly 2,200 years slowly shedding its outer layers before it started dying violently. The whole butterfly stretches more than 2 light-years across, about half the distance to the nearest star system beyond our own. Horse-shaped smudge blocking the glow behind it. Spooky, but simple. Now watch what happens in infrared. Hubble did exactly that for its 23rd birthday, and the horse turned to glass. Infrared light slices straight through the dust that normally blocks your view. Instead of a black silhouette, you get this soft, wispy structure made of folded gas, sitting about 1,500 light-years away, lit from behind by a single massive star. Same object, same telescope. You're just looking through a different kind of light, and the whole thing transforms. Give it a few million years, and radiation from nearby stars will slowly erode this shape into nothing. Like the pillars, this one's on a timer too. This looks like a UFO, or a hat brim, floating in space, which is exactly why it's called the Sombrero Galaxy. Here's the part that doesn't fit on a postcard. It sits about 30 million light-years away, stretches 50,000 light-years across, and weighs in at roughly 800 billion suns. Its center sits a black hole with the mass of 1 billion suns. It also holds almost 2,000 tight clusters of ancient stars, about 10 times more than our entire Milky Way has. If you tried counting them out loud, one every second, non-stop, it would take you over half an hour just to finish. You can actually spot a smudge of this galaxy yourself with a decent backyard telescope, If you know where to look in the constellation Virgo, you're looking at one hat-shaped galaxy, quietly out-hoarding almost everything else in the sky. This looks like two galaxies calmly drifting past each other. It's actually a car crash that's been happening in slow motion for hundreds of millions of years. These are the antennae galaxies, about 45 million light-years away, named for the two long streamers of stars flung out by the collision. Gravity is ripping stars loose, twisting both galaxies out of shape, and triggering the birth of over 1,000 new star clusters in the wreckage. Here's a twist most people don't know. When galaxies collide, the stars inside them almost never actually hit each other. Space between stars is so vast that they just sail past one another. It's the gas, the dust, and the gravity that get violently rearranged. Here's why you should care. For decades, scientists told us the Milky Way was guaranteed to slam into the Andromeda Galaxy in about 4.5 billion years. Then in 2025, a new study ran 100,000 simulations using fresh Hubble and Gaia data, and came back with a very different answer. The real odds of our galaxy colliding with Andromeda? Roughly 50-50. A coin flip. Even in a worst-case merger, individual stars are so spread out that Earth would likely be fine. But the night sky would look completely different for whoever's around to see it. So this image isn't just something happening out there. It might be a preview of our galaxy's future. Or it might never happen at all. Notice something? Nearly everything on this list so far is dying, colliding, or about to explode. Turns out chaos photographs beautifully, but the next one isn't about destruction. It's about how much the universe was hiding inside something that looked like nothing at all. Remember the empty patch of sky from the start of this video? Here it is. In 1995, astronomers picked the darkest, most boring-looking spot they could find, near the Big Dipper, on purpose. No bright stars, no known galaxies, basically nothing, as far as anyone could tell. This was a gamble. Telescope time is expensive and limited, and spending 10 straight days staring at nothing could have wasted it completely. They pointed Hubble at it anyway and left it staring. That empty patch turned out to hold almost 3,000 galaxies. Not stars, galaxies. Each one holding billions of stars of its own, hiding in a spot everyone assumed was blank. A patch of sky roughly the size of a pinhead, held at arm's length. So NASA went back for more. In 2004, they stared even longer, and found nearly 10,000 galaxies packed into a patch of sky 1/10 the width of the full moon. In 2012, they combined 10 years of exposures into a single image and pushed it further. Over 5,000 galaxies, stretching back 13.2 billion years to within 500 million years of the Big Bang itself. At that point, you're not just looking at galaxies, you're looking at time. Eventually, astronomers combined everything Hubble had ever shot of that same region into one final image. Final count, 265,000 galaxies. In one picture, from a spot in the sky people once swore had nothing in it. The newer Webb telescope has since gone even deeper. But Hubble's deep fields are what proved it was possible in the first place. So here's a question worth sitting with. If that much was hiding in a patch of sky the size of a pinhead, what do you think is hiding in the next one? One more, fast. This is the cosmic reef. Two glowing nebulas 163,000 light-years away, released for Hubble's 30th birthday. The bigger red one is lit up by a cluster of stars, each 10 to 20 times heavier than our sun. The smaller blue one is powered by a single star, 200,000 times brighter than the sun, currently rocketing through space at 46,000 miles an hour and getting ready to end its life as a supernova. All of that. From one star, Hubble launched in 1990. Nobody expected it to last this long. It just switched to running on a single backup gyroscope a few months ago, and it's still up there right now, still taking photos, still finding things exactly like this. Every image on this list came from a telescope the size of a school bus, orbiting 340 miles above your head, older than most of the people watching this. So, which one of these actually stopped you mid-scroll? Tell me in the comments. And if your answer was the deep field, you now know exactly why.